Okay, so you're ready to transition from having your vanishing point to your cut off vanishing point. What makes this a little tricky is knowing how far back to take your shape and to make the coordinates match up, because they're not going to necessarily be nice whole numbers this time. So here's what you need to do. First, know the coordinates of the point that you're using for your vanishing point. For example, mine is the ordered pair 5 and 10. And so you can see where that 5 and that 10 show up in this set of parentheses. What I would like you to do is a quick pause where you type in this line exactly like it looks with your x and y coordinates for the vanishing point in those two spots. For the subscript, like for the little 1 after the x, you just type x and then the number 1 right away, and it'll put the 1 down there for you. So do a pause, type that in, and then unpause when you're ready to move on. Okay, it's going to ask if you want to add a slider for the A, and you do want to add a slider for the A. Now you'll notice it ranges automatically from -10 to 10, and that's too big for us. Would you please click the -10 and change it to 0? And then for the upper end, change it to 1. And then just click back in this top box, and you should see now the shape that is your first letter just traced over. Now what will happen though is as you move that slider, that shape will shrink all the way down to the vanishing point. What you then do is pick a distance that you want your thickness to be. So something like this is what I did. I went so it matched 1 space higher. So my y's are all 1 space higher. And now here's why this is helpful. You can click now on the corners and get the coordinates of all these points, even though they're no longer very nice numbers. And then you can use, like we did before, your point slope equation to get all of the information that you will need. Now that means that some of your equations are not going to look so nice. So let me see. I had some fractions going on there. Notice my cutoff values are all decimally. That came from using these traced numbers on that scaled version. When you're ready to scale your other shape, simply change your 1s to 2s on the x and the y. And now when you move that slider, it's going to be scaling the other shape. If you have more than 2, so if you had like a hole in one of your letters, then you just change the 2s to 3s, and it will now scale that part. So set that up, trace what you need, or click on the ordered pairs that you need, make a note of them, add in your equations, and then when you're finished, you simply turn it off, and it's no longer in the way. So that is how you do scaling on Desmos.